Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rika Girly Speaks. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and the thumbs up button for more videos on spiritual and psychological content. If you remember, if you watched my previous video, I talked about my conversion story, how I became a Christian, part 1, and I got so much positive feedback from that, and I'm like, it was just really, it was heartwarming. I really appreciated the feedback I got from that. So I decided to do a part 2 of this, and I invited a very good friend, Timothy, for today's video. So this is Timothy, guys.
Hi guys.
I'm so happy to have him here. Like, he's a very busy man, but he was able to make time out of his busy schedule to be here. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So Timothy's conversion story is very powerful and very interesting, and I only got a glimpse. I don't think you really told me much about it, just like a little bit. I only got a glimpse of it, but I feel like it's time for us to go in depth, and they deserve to also hear this, because I'm very sure that somebody would be blessed by it. I know that somebody would definitely be blessed. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. How I became a Christian, part 2, from Timothy's perspective. So let's go.
Who I was, because I used to be a smoker, a drug addict,
Wow.
and I do a lot of girls.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I do a lot of girls. So, but basically at that night I was thinking about so many things, things that happened, events that I think I should have been gone. And there was one, if I should remember, everybody was saying like, oh, Timothy is gone, and everybody was still sharing. So I began to have a thought like, why is God keeping me till today? It could have just taken me, and then let's forget about Timothy. And then that night I was so restless, I couldn't sleep. I was like, what is happening? I don't know. Will I pray? I just feel like if I should pray, God will not answer my prayer. So basically I was like, okay, let me just pray. So that I just like, okay, God, help me. Let me just have rest of mind. So I felt after praying, okay, something was like, oh, somebody who did a lot of work for you, who died for you, who do so many things for you, what will you give in return? That was where my conversion story started from. I began to like, oh God, what will I give to you? What do you want from me? And basically I was like, oh God, what do you want? And that night I slept, I had a dream that someone telling me that I have given you all, you need to give me all. Giving me yourself to me. So I began to like, giving myself to you. It was so hard for me to do, because I don't want to leave my friends, I don't want to leave what I'm doing. I want to continue enjoying life, I want to continue to live nice, good. But I consider that God has been faithful, keeping me, and has been so awesome.
Wow, that's really powerful. I actually never knew any of this. This is a lot, and I can't imagine how difficult it must have been. It's like it was basically an overnight type, like after you had that dream, and the next day like something changed inside of you.
Yes.
And you just decided that, look,
So I called up to my friends that I am no more your friend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like
you actually called them and
yeah,
you said, hey, look, we can't be friends again.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I need to break the chain. I need to break the chain.
That's deep.
So
Wow.
I called a couple of people that we take drugs together, we do drugs. Like, I'm not doing drugs again. You don't call me.
Wow.
People that we are in, so many things, atrocity, I don't do again.
Ladies and
I am now changed. I'm changed Timothy.
Wow.
I'm changed Timothy.
Was it easy though to stop overnight, something that you have been doing for a long time? There's a saying that goes, old habits die hard.
Yeah, it was so hard for me that night. But that morning, when I woke up, I was like, oh, this is what I would do. And then I God strengthened me. It's not my strength.
Exactly.
It was God that strengthened me.
Exactly.
I was able to call them one on one, like, hello, guy, Alpha, please don't call me for this again. Guy, if you want to buy smoke, don't call me for smoke. I am not a dealer. I am not into that again. I am now Timothy,
Amen.
which means honor God. So I want to honor God now.
Amen.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And I also got to know that you were in a different school before you came to your present school. So
Yeah.
what brought about that change also?
It's my conversion. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's really, I felt like, I was doing something else. So after my conversion, I see different things. Different things begin to happen. I feel like, oh God, now I want to know what you have for me.
Mhm.
The package for being a Christian.
Right.
And all I could say is that you need to walk in my path.
Wow. So what were you studying before?
English.
English. Aww. And you changed to CRS.
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been big. And you were already like almost done or something, like you had.
It's all it.
And you started all the way back down. Wow. God is faithful. God is faithful. And there's so many people that may be able to relate. Maybe they were living a different life before their conversion. And I wonder, like, how would it be if tomorrow you were to still see some of these old friends? Like, how would that relationship still be?
Because I make them my friends now. Like, that was then, I need to stop. So I break the chain. But now I'm not mingling with them wisely. To become their friend, to disciple them, and then get them back to Jesus.
Right. That's good. Because there's this saying that's show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are, or bad company corrupts good manners. But then I'm like, if we decide not to also hang out or be friends with people who are going the wrong way, who is going to lead them into the light? Who is going to teach them the right thing to do? So I'm not saying you should foolishly also put yourself in a situation that can get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Do you understand? This was something that you believed you were called to do, that you were moved to do. But it's not. I don't feel we should really abandon those type of people, because it's a privilege you had.
Yeah, it's a very cool privilege.
It's a privilege. If you never had that experience, you'd still be doing those things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
But I taught most of my friends how to use drug.
You see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the fact.
So now I'm trying to tell them that drug.
Don't do that.
So it's just like, you are telling me drug is not good now. When you're telling me that, and I say, take small. It takes like, no, I don't take drug. I don't do drug.
Right.
Now you're not telling me to stop drug. When I become an addict, a king in addict, I'm like, you can't still stop.
Yeah.
And I thank God.
Thank
I have
you.
one of the close friends that God used me indirectly, directly to stop that.
Wow.
Because I teach him how to do that.
Okay, so it's like you taught him, now you're unteaching him how to.
Yeah.
So even this idea of like addiction and all these things, it shows that it's not really just by your own power that you can overcome. You still need the grace of God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the grace. And not only the grace, an amazing grace.
Really powerful. And that's why, even as a doctor, counselor, psychologist, whatever, you can't do your job without involving God, involving Jesus, because ultimately He is the only one who can help one to be better and to do better. This is really, really, really amazing, Timothy. So how do you deal with, because definitely temptation will still come.
Yeah.
Especially in a lot of these areas, maybe with ladies.
On daily basis.
Yes, definitely, because you're a good looking guy, and so it's a normal thing. But what advice do you have, practical advice for people who may be struggling with things like this? Because it will definitely still come. Like how can you deal with that?
Yeah, number one thing is just like I said, amazing grace. We really need the amazing grace.
Right.
It is very important, and the amazing grace is Jesus. Yeah, without Jesus, it will be very hard. It will be very hard. Now we need to, to have total commitment. Total commitment in our mental, physical, social, and spiritual. It is very important, and moral.
Yes.
It's very important. If we don't do that, we would find ourselves still doing what we don't want to do.
Exactly.
Praying is very important.
So very
It
important.
helped me a lot. Praying, it helped me a lot. And also, a Bible study, it's very important. Very important. And sharing what you have. Because when you share it with someone, you wouldn't want to do otherwise.
Exactly.
So you learn how to do well, continuous, to get, because it's not because of what you have been, you told the person, you taught the person, you teach the person, you won't want to go contrary to that. So it is important that we share our testimony.
Yes, I agree. Now, there are some people who may be going through a difficult period where they've come to realize that, okay, the life I'm living is not good. Maybe there's so many things that I'm doing that isn't pleasing to God, but it's so difficult to stop. Maybe I stop for maybe people who are addicted to pornography, people who are addicted to sex, people who are addicted to drugs, so many things. And maybe you stop for like 2 months, but you relapse again. You get, and you're like, you feel so bad that, Lord, I thought I should have been over this. I thought I've passed this level. I'm still doing this thing again. You try with the grace of God. You stop again for maybe 6 months. You relapse again.
Yeah.
You get, because it's not always so smooth for everyone.
Yeah.
So, what advice do you have to give to people who actually, deep down in their hearts, they truly want to change, and they are trying, but they keep falling short, and they keep messing up? What would you advise them to? Should they just give up?
They don't need to give up. They don't need to give up, because temptation will come on daily. Even Jesus said that.
Exactly.
He said, in this world you will see tribulations and trials, but to be of a good mind, because I have overcome the world for you. So in this sense that we're going to see temptation, we're going to face trials.
Right.
So in this point, people that go through this kind of situation, the only thing the first step they need to take is a kind of changing their mindset.
Okay.
Just like Jesus make an illustration, a parable of a spirit, living, cast out, and then the place also empty. So he brought another 7 to fill the place. So devil is the kind of person that is so strong that when we don't fill our minds with things of the spirit, that's why Paul was counseling us that we need to fill our minds not with carnal things, but with the spiritual things. So when it comes, he has something to fight him back. So
steps that you need
to take. Steps
also.
To take. Practical steps that can help. So you can consult your spiritual fathers and
definitely. That's another huge thing. Discipleship. Everyone needs a spiritual mentor. Yes, God is the ultimate shepherd, and He is our God and He's our Savior. But He puts in place other human beings who, because there are different levels of spirituality. There are some people who are stronger than you, and they can also help to pull you up. But a lot of times, I feel like a lot of young people don't have spiritual mentors. They don't really have people who they can freely speak to, because it's like nobody trusts anybody again. If I'm addicted to pornography, for example, and I have this problem, instead of me to be able to say, okay, maybe there's a man of God or somebody that I feel I can tell these things to in confidentiality, or that will not share, my business with everyone, my story with everybody. It's very hard to find that these days. So you see a lot of people suffering alone, because it's like, who can we talk to?
Who can I talk to?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's where you come in. Yeah.
If Timothy can be this person, and look, he's doing the work of God, and he's helping so many people, and he's so passionate about the word of God and prayer. I mean, even the way in which we met. So he's like, it inspires me to see people like this. And sometimes I feel like people who get converted later on in life after going through difficulties tend to even have like a stronger hold, more deeper, or they tend to be more passionate about God than people who may have just been
enjoying.
Exactly, who may have just been doing the right things, were born in a Christian home, and this and that. They might not really appreciate it enough as
because you don't know what you buy.
Exactly. It's never too late to accept Jesus into your heart and into your life. So thank you so much, Timothy. Do you have any last words or anything else that you like to say to
the last word I'm going to say is that let's keep telling people about this channel. It has been so blessed. So people that have been sharing with on a daily basis, they have been enjoying it. So don't keep the good with you. don't be selfish about it. Tell other people so they can benefit from it.
Oh, thank you so much, Timothy. He's such a great support, honestly. God bless you so much. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Comment below. Let us know if you also have stories or if there's any question that you have, if you're struggling with something. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you once again, Timothy, for being here. Have a great day, guys. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.